What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Josh and Brandy Helm here, and we are here in Hico, Texas, and we're ready to show you guys the finished tour video for the Hico Barndominium. So
yeah, this is a 2,850 square feet Barndominium with 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. We got a game room, we got a little den, we got a huge pantry, we got all kinds of stuff for you.
yeah, and the game room is a pretty cool option, and of course we got some vaulted ceilings as usual. So we'll be showing you guys that. But just a little bit first on the exterior, I want to tell you guys about, we have this stack stone, which is kind of a dry stack look with the water table, as well as the gray colored exterior panels and the white trim and roof, and looks really sharp, really nice. Of course, we also have a detached shop as well, matching all of those colors. So, you know, it's a beautiful project. We're proud to show you guys this, and we're looking forward to getting inside. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get it going. Okay, here we are in the main, pretty much family living kitchen, open concept. All of you guys are used to us describing it in that way. So this is our main area with family time, kitchen, all that stuff. So basically over on this side, we have living room, we've got dining over there, we've got our kitchen here, and all of this kind of faces our game area, which is we'll show you guys that here in a minute. And we've got some beautiful custom doors that our client actually built themselves. They have a custom furniture business, and so we might even tag, give you guys a link or whatever in the description if you're interested in purchasing something like that.
Yeah, because you're not going to find these doors anywhere.
Yeah, very, very cool. And so we'll be showing you guys that. But let's go on into the kitchen and give you some of the details of what we got going on here. Okay, now this is where a lot of details usually come into play when it comes to our builds. You know, it's about the kitchens. You have to get the kitchen right, right?
Yeah, it's the heart of the home. Like, we're right here in the center of it all. So you want this to be your focal point. So.
And speaking of the center with the focal point, we have this island that is...
Well, I think they got a 2-for-1 special on this deal because they've got the biggest island I've ever seen.
Probably one of the longest islands.
It'll do until you can get to an island or a couple of islands. This was 2.
No, it's not quite, it's not outdoing our friend Stacy with our Barndominium life, but this is like a 15-foot long island. So, because
I think it's like 2 whole slabs.
Yeah, so we, this takes a record here for the Texas Best Islands.
Yeah,
so.
I think you probably get about 8 people down this.
Right, and so we do have the one bank of cabinets, so it's not like we have double, going both ways, because that would have been even bigger. But we do have quite a bit going on here, a lot of cabinet space on this side.
There's enough room in this island that you've got the dishwasher, your sink, your microwave, your trash drawer, your built-in for all of your cookie sheets. I mean, there's a lot in this space.
Yeah, and a lot of extra cabinet storage too.
Right.
So, that's what it's all about. So we got the farm style sink, which is our stainless steel with our single faucet spray nozzle as well. And you want to talk about the...
Usually we only have like 2 pendant lights, maybe 3 max. This one's got 4.
Yeah.
And they're really cool. They've got a real rustic feel to them, and they're actually kind of like a blue and tin color.
We got this antiquish, look, and that's cool. You can get them.
They're real pretty.
But I like the lights. I like a lot of the colors too in these rooms. So
got a lot of blues.
She did have some multiple color choices.
Yeah, so we'll have to put those in the information below, because there's like 3 different blues I think in here.
It's helping though, kind of give you that, with the big windows and the open light and the light colors with those, it almost feels like we should be out on the beach somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Because you got all the whites and all that kind of stuff.
It gives some dimension. It's like you're almost looking like, is it a different color? It is, and it's not, on different accent walls.
Paint colors can really mess with your brain sometimes. But so also here we have, of course, the back kind of more of a buffet style. You don't have the L shape going on here in this kitchen. So this is just simple and clean.
Just one pass through.
Yeah, and so we, it's very simple design, but behind us, we have our range oven with the vent hood above. So also we have a lot of upper cabinet storage here, and I like when we get a chance to put the light or the glass, as they call it, light in the cabinets. So they have the glass upper cabinets here as well. And they wanted to do a little bit of different design here for their backsplash. So we got a little bit of a different appeal to that, and just a little touch of...
Instead of it going from the countertop to the cabinets, it's just actually a kind of a band.
Do you want to talk about the countertops? Because I know this is not a standard.
Yeah, this is not standard, and it's not granite, it's not quartz, it's quartzite.
So granite, it's not granite.
Yes.
But
it's beautiful, and it's kind of cool because the two slabs that they have here are basically mirrored, and so they kind of come in at the same,
Yes, very unique pieces, but really cool, have a really nice feel to them. All right, so like all of these builds, a lot of times there is an opportunity for the vaulted ceiling, and just talking about that, I know we've said it so many times, the reason why we're able to easily do the vault is because of the free span that the structure allows us to have. So you don't have to have a vault, but it costs more money actually to put a lower ceiling in a lot of our builds. So, at the end of the day, it just gives you a little more, it breaks it up, it gives you a little more invitation in those big open areas. And a lot of times it's a kind of a balancing act, because if you have a huge vault, then you might want to try to bring it down a little bit, because nobody wants 30 to 40 foot ceilings right in the middle of their living room, because changing a bulb or dealing with something in a
spider web.
Yeah, it's just, it's really not practical. So, but when you're doing a vault, and most of the time the front to back is no more than 40 foot, then you could do a standard pitch, 4 to 6/12 pitch or something of that nature. Then starting about 12 foot or 14 foot, somewhere in that range, isn't going to vault you too high. But here, this is about how big of a room do we got here going for the great room? It's like a 30 by 21 or something. So we got like a 600 square foot open area, giving you plenty of room for your dining area, which is over here.
Right, the customers, they're actually building a lot of their furniture. That's what they do. They're going to build a huge table for this area, so it's going to be really pretty.
Yes.
The stained glass on this is really neat, because it's on this huge, it's just this huge light fixture for over the table, but it almost looks like wood, the stained glass does.
Looks really nice. And then also on the other side, we have the wood stove that's not here yet. So again, one of those showstoppers that it's like we've been talking for however long, but the installer could not get here until another week or so. So that's one thing that is delayed.
So we did the stack stone that is on the outside.
Right.
So
looks really nice.
Brings the outside in.
And a lot of times, depending on your wood stove, you don't have to have a backer, but it's nice to accent. So, which is kind of cool. You have a little shelf space where you've got something special displayed there for this client, if you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I did something a little different for this client. I think that there's some sensitivities to the flowers, so instead of doing a vase this time, I just did a little something with their initial, just to still have something to leave for them as a housewarming gift. So we made a little modification on this one.
Looks really cool, and it shows all of your artistic and creative abilities. So she always does a great job. She's constantly doing that kind of stuff. Another thing we could say is that the accent lighting is kind of cool because you could display certain artwork, and it kind of will offset from the center piece of that fireplace. It's a nice touch. And we've also got that here in the dining area.
Yeah, they've got a special piece going in that place right there.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So always customizing what needs to be custom. Speaking of custom, now we want to talk to you guys about these doors.
You're not going to find these at Home Depot or Lowe's.
Look at the details here we've got going on. We got the Texas Longhorn that is being lassoed, which I don't recommend you try that at home. But just this old frontier feel that's going on here with these custom doors.
I love it.
And again, they built these doors. This is out of one solid piece of wood, guys.
Yeah.
So imagine the size tree that was used to make these doors, and the age and everything that it took to have.
They did all the hand scraping on all this. They did the detail and the different stainings on the.
Now they didn't chisel. They actually have a machine that they incorporate this design in here. So it is custom, but it's not like that type of custom.
Yeah, I was meaning more like on the lower parts, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail here, and we're going to see if these guys want. We'll try to give you some details and description below if you're interested in any custom furniture or those kind of things. So, but these doors here were purposefully put here to open up to another part of the house, which is the game room. So,
heavy doors.
Boom, big doors. So this is sort of an auxiliary room. I guess you could kind of customize it to however you want, but it's a
game room. They're gonna do. They've got a custom pool table. They're gonna be putting in here.
You seem excited about a game room.
Yeah, I love game room. Who doesn't?
Like you mean like cards and that kind of stuff?
Well, yeah.
They're probably gonna have a pool table.
Yeah, they've got a custom pool table coming in for here, and they've got some really pretty stained glass.
Yeah, so I think it's in a nostalgic. So it's like a Chicago Blackhawks, deal.
Yeah, I think this is where they're going to be, watching the games.
Yeah, you're gonna.
So I think half is going to have the pool table, and this is going to have like the media set.
I guess this could almost be a sunroom too, because of all the windows that we have in here. So there's so much, so many windows in this house.
I think these doors are so they can close that off when all the screaming's going on at the game.
So one of the things that we are doing in this room, which as you can imagine, it always poses some challenges because we're using the full roof line, is we actually have a zoned air conditioning system in here, which is our Cooper and Hunter mini split Sophia series in this room. So it is zoned, controlled separately in here, and allowing you to be able to make sure that this room has a good climate control. So that's one thing that's customized in here. Also, it has its own attic access above this area because we don't have a way to go back and forth from each side. So in some of these split level houses where you have an open concept, it becomes a challenge a lot of times on the HVAC, how we're going to split that up. So that's, now you can accomplish some of that by doing like spiral ducts coming across, doing that kind of deal, but spiral ducts can be expensive, which ends up being extra cost.
And they feel more commercial. They don't really feel super homey.
So this usually works out better because you can zone this area, have separate control, has its own remote control from your phone, all those kind of deals, which is really nice. So moving on from here, we're going to take you guys, let's go to the master bedroom and show you guys what that looks like over there. So off of the hallway that's leading to the master, we actually have a powder bathroom, and there's, it's a simple design, but it has several things to offer here.
Yeah, I think that they're going to maybe do some floating shelves instead of, usually we have a cabinet over top of the toilet, but here they don't need that. They're just going to do some floating shelves there. We just got a level 1 granite here, and then just a custom mirror that they picked out. And they've got some other space in here that they're gonna utilize for storage.
There's a little storage space back over there, which Drew's hiding in right now.
Yeah, that they're gonna do a custom built-in thing there. So, but it's just a little powder bath, just right off this main area.
Absolutely. So we'll come from here, and this, leads into the master bedroom. So we'll show you guys the next stop. Okay, here is the master bedroom, and it's a 15 by 16.
Yeah, I got this big window here. I'm sure they'll be facing that. See the view here. And then we have all the pure white trim and doors, all that, and throughout the house. We have
a couple different color walls in here. I can't even remember. It's some kind of a blue.
We'll put that in the description. Yeah. Because there's an accent wall that's a certain color, and then the rest of the
So it's a pretty cool ceiling fan we got in here too. So
different.
I like that. It's kind of. They had some pretty good. I think they had some pretty good choice on some of their light fixtures and those kind of deals. So leading from in here, you're going to see a continuous flow because we've got kind of this U-shaped design on the plan, and giving you some continuation that connects back over into the some of the other bedrooms, which is sort of different. The layout, when I first looked at it, I was like, okay, this is kind of a puzzle, but you have to get back through there. But it actually has a reason and a purpose for the way they've got it laid out, which is probably a pretty good design when you really think about it. Yeah. If you had kids on the other side, and then it connected to that laundry, and then your closet is tied over here. So we'll show you guys kind of how that works. But let's go in here to the master.
Flow with us here.
Yeah, flow with us. All right, so this is the master bathroom, and it's not big open spaciousness like sometimes we get to have in our bathrooms, but it is this way for a reason, because it's kind of a bypass. So, but here we have the double sink vanity and something that's a little bit different here.
Yeah, we have windows in here instead of mirrors. So they've got something else planned for their mirrors. I think they've got some special ones that they're going to have installed at some point. But I actually kind of like this. It gives you, for sure, a lot of natural light. Even when you're in the shower. I mean, you just got a lot of light in here.
In the morning time, definitely plenty of light. And then, I think it's some type of a movable mirror that's going to mount, which is, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. But here they wanted to have the windows, which, like you said, is completely different. So a lot of drawer space here. We can't say enough about that.
And since we have windows, we're not going to have the vanity lights like we would normally have over a mirror. So they actually have a couple of pendant lights, and these were actual special order. Someone handmade them from another country. I mean, they're really pretty. They have like a teal and rustic kind of look to them. So they're really kind of
I like the lights. I think they did a good job, really nailed it on a lot of their fixtures. Looks really nice, and really nice countertops as well. So opposite side over here, we've got a complete walk-in shower, which is really cool. And in this area, it's a big walk-in shower with the bench space, as well as this 12 by 24 tile. And we've got the flat, smooth, pebble stone floor tile, as well as your hand spray with volume control, and tile going all the way up on the ceiling. So that, well, not on the ceiling, but up to the ceiling. So here in these areas, I should say that we have 9-foot ceilings, and I like the choices here. This is a really nice setup, and they also have the brushed nickel hardware in these areas as well. So we've got the double towel racks here. We didn't say anything else about the full height cabinet over here that we do have, which is additional storage. Yeah,
they have the full linen cabinet there for all the towels and things. They didn't do one over the toilet, and because you don't really need it in there, but it's got its own place out here. So
yeah, and there's a lot of things you can do for mirrors. If you wanted to put a wall mirror or something like that, you could even do one, on the back wall here, which is our toilet room. Over here giving us a pretty good sizable space with a pocket door on this one, because it's not something I used to say all the time, we don't ever do pocket doors, but now
they had to prove you wrong. Like, now we just do
everybody wanted the pocket doors.
Yeah.
So
well, they're good when you have a tight space. You don't want the swing into to your walk area.
So we've had to make some compromises on,
Yeah, just don't hang anything on that.
My preference.
Yeah.
But no, pocket doors are nice for what they are. It's just you lose a little bit of millable wall space or structure in some of that sense. So moving on from here, we're taking you into the master closet. All right, this is the master closet, and it's also a walk-through closet.
Walk in, walk through.
When we hear about this closet, we have a double hanging rod storage here with shelf space. We also have our electric panel in this room, which is kind of uncommon, but didn't want to do an exterior panel, so we did an interior panel. But there's plenty of space here to kind of organize this even in a different way if you wanted to add additional shelving or
you got to put a little dresser in here.
Plenty of room for additional shoe shelves or whatever you wanted to do below. So moving on from here we're going into the utility room where our laundry, washer and dryer.
And this is the door that's going to take you outside to the shop, right? To the detached shop?
Yes, so this leads on out to sort of the common area for parking as well as the detached shop, which is a good distance away. There's not a connecting breezeway or anything like that. The shop is a little farther away, and I think they designed it that way because it's a woodworking shop. I mean, they're going to be working there, so it's more for their business work that they do. So it's a nice little setup here for our utilities.
We got a utility sink in here, obviously space for the washer and dryer, and then we've actually got the hot water heater in here. So
yes, which is nice. We're trying to make a little better push to try to keep our water heaters out of the attic spaces as often as we can. So
there's a place to put it.
Because if there's a problem, you'd like to be quick to see a problem instead of feeling it, coming up from above. Although all of our attic spaces are climate controlled,
But if you have any kind of a leak, it's going to come through your ceiling. So it's
right.
I mean, it's kind of a catch-22. It's a space saver, but at the same time, if you do have a problem,
so ways to work in opposition with that is to either have your tankless water heater, which is an added charge to go up to a tankless, but those are exterior mounted systems. Now, some people would discuss that and say, well, those can freeze, those can have problems, or do a standard water heater tank, which here we have, and maybe in the garage or something like that if you have a shop.
Closet or something.
If you have a shop, I mean, it's ideal.
Sure.
So, but you got to kind of choose your battles on that. You got to have a water heater. So, all right, moving in from here, we're going to the next room because I told y'all we got this U-shaped thing going.
All right, so this has got another couple of double doors here.
You're just going to be walking through this house and just like pushing doors open and going straight through. That's what I like to do.
I got a Kool-Aid man.
Yeah. She calls me Kool-Aid man back at the house because I just break through.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do.
I think he likes to keep me on my toes.
Break through the doors. Here we come. So, this is just it's another bedroom. It actually has
this is basically the second bedroom.
So it has a full bathroom.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like its own little suite because it's got access to a full bath, and then we've also got
closets.
We got a little closet here.
Yep.
Full. And then the full bathroom here. So it's your guests can have their own privacy.
So in here we have our similar standard countertops with our full mirror here, and then we have our bathtub here on this side. A lot of space. We've got a private toilet area as well. but keeping it simple, we've got the same tile that we're using in the other master shower and soapbox as well. So this is kind of a standard setup for your with your brushed nickel, and then we, a couple little towel hooks as well in this room. So it's really nice, and we've got these bar lights in here as well.
This was the guest bedroom, but we're going into another, it could be a bedroom, it could be an office. I think they're calling it a den.
I think maybe something somebody may want to be critical about it would be the access from here to get to this bedroom. Mm-hmm. But, think about it like this. If you had a mother-in-law quarters or something like that, and this had its own access.
Which it kind of does, because you could come in from that
you could set it up like that, or this could be, say, a schoolroom, playroom area for kids, and it led into where their bedroom was. So don't think about it being closed off or not having accessibility from the main room. It could be designed for that.
Yeah, so it could be the little living space that goes with this bedroom.
So it's got its positives too. Mm-hmm. So that's where I was kind of getting lost when I first looked at the plan. But I think it has definitely some workable reasonings, for doing that. If you wanted to give grandmother privacy on this part of the house, or even make this a little private living room for the grandmother, and have that kind of setup. So there's options with that, but this could be an office, this could be a bedroom, because you have the closet, you can do whatever you needed to do. So as we're moving on through, we're
making a full U-turn.
That's right.
We're gonna end up back
in the kitchen.
Because we missed one spot that's pretty crucial to the kitchen.
So yes, this is the other part which we didn't show you guys a minute ago, because it's the last stop on our U-tour. YouTube, U-tour, I don't know, something.
It's U-pantry.
Yeah, U-pantry. Okay, so this is the pantry, and we've got the shelf space. We've got some, pretty tall shelf space.
I think they're going to have a freezer probably in here. Refrigerator.
You can do whatever you need to do. You have freezer, refrigerator. You can have, of course, all of your food and stuff.
Well, one thing to kind of reiterate is our client is a custom furniture builder. So they have all kinds of ideas of things that they want to personally build and put in certain spaces. Like this is going to actually have another barn door on it. That they're going to be building and they're going to install later. So there's a lot of things that they're going to do to customize the space based on the talents that they have.
Right, and we're just not really sure all that they're, how they'll do it. And so that's kind of what's interesting. Maybe
we'll come back and let them show us all the things that they've done.
For a, encore.
There you go.
Encore presentation here at the Hico Barndominium. So, if we get enough likes, maybe we can talk them into let us come back later, and show us how they're using the space. So we have some potential of those coming up on some of our other builds. So this flows all back into this area. So we want to show you guys the back porch, and we're going to go on that way. Okay, this is the back porch. This is where you can really just sit back, get your cup of coffee, which I wish I had right now, and tell dad jokes.
Yeah.
Or mom jokes.
Those are pretty funny.
Your mama jokes. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a pretty nice size back porch. We've actually got 700 square foot of porches. So. One thing I can say about this climate out here, it's real rocky in Hico. It's, makes you feel like you're somewhere out west, which it technically is out west for us.
Yeah.
From the central Dallas or north central area that we're from. So this is about as far west as we go, or we want to go. We do have some other builds that are coming up in the Glen Rose area and stuff like that. But, you know, we're sitting here just thinking about how our clients are going to enjoy this space and all the future plans that they have. And this is some of the custom furniture that our client builds. So again, if you guys want, you can check that out. We're going to put a link in the description below where you can maybe try to contact them. I hope you've enjoyed walking through this video as we have. We've had a lot of good memories here. And so if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, I hope you'll do that now. I'm Josh Helm.
And I'm Brandy Helm.
We're wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching Texas Best.